Welcome everyone to Expression from the Spectrum, a musical showcase celebrating music and neurodiversity. My name is Stephanie. I'm a library services specialist at the Leon County Public Library, and I'll be your moderator tonight. This program is part of the library's celebration of autism and neurodiversity. It's an ongoing celebration we've had throughout the month of April. We've had some wonderful programs celebrating neurodiversity throughout this month and some great partners for the celebration, including FSU's Center for Autism and Related Disabilities, also known as CARD, and Arts4All Florida. If you have any questions for our performers throughout the showcase, just keep those in mind because we will have a few moments for questions for the performers at the end. Tonight, we'll be showcasing 3 talented musicians: John Howard Baldino, Trevor Williams, and Matthew Cravener. Our first performer tonight is John Howard Baldino. Music is a big part of John Howard's life. He says, "I am passionate about music. It motivates me." He has played piano for years and was featured in the Mitchell Interchange Music for All at Florida State University. He also played at Arts4All Florida performances, weddings, house concerts, Keys fundraising events, and previous Artists and Autism's performance showcases. Tonight, he will play Bach, Minuet in G, and a lively rendition of Blues in D. We're excited to welcome John Howard. You're ready to start your video. We're excited to hear your performance. Thank you. That was awesome. And welcome to any of our new attendees. We've just heard a piece, a couple pieces by John Howard Baldino. John, I just wanted to have a couple of questions for you. What first sparked your interest in music?
It was an interest that came naturally. I have always loved music, and I've been playing music all my life.
Why do you play?
I play because I love it and it feeds my soul.
How did you choose your instrument?
I chose my instrument, the piano, because there's a grand piano right in the middle of my house. It was my great-grandparents' piano, and it was built in 1939.
Oh, wow. That's cool. So what does playing it mean to you?
Playing the piano means a lot to me. It makes me feel relaxed and happy. It reminds me of good times, of holidays, family get-togethers, and parties.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, John Howard. Your pieces were beautiful, and we really enjoyed hearing you play. Just thank you again for being with us tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So our next performer is Trevor Williams. We're excited to welcome Trevor. Trevor, otherwise known as T-Rev, has been playing music since he was 2 years old. He enjoys writing and performing his own songs as well as playing popular covers. He's tried out for American Idol in the past and has even jammed out with past Idol participant James Durbin, who also happens to have autism spectrum disorder. He's also performed with Grammy winner Larry Mitchell in 2 separate FSU events. If you'd like to learn more about T-Rev or book him for an upcoming event, we're going to be posting his site in the chat box just shortly. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check it out after the performance. And thank you for being with us, Trevor. And I will open up the stage to you.
How's it going, everybody? I'm T-Rev, and this first song is called How It's Gonna Be. I wrote it a little over 4 years ago. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and I felt like my world was over. I was stuck, I was broken, but I told myself that I could get through it, and part of that was writing this song. This is how it's gonna be. It goes like this. Can you help me get away? I'm stuck inside my yesterday. I need a helping hand. So can you help me understand why, if misery loves company, and is this my reality? Take a deep breath, I close my eyes, I take a step back to realize this doesn't have to be how it's gonna be. So give me just a fighting chance, a way to see things at more than a glance. Well, I'm calling out to you. Whoa, whoa. I need someone to guide me through. So tell me why, if misery loves company, is this my I'm beginning to find my way. And it's the start of a brand new day. Hey, misery loves company. Is this my reality? Take a deep breath, I close my eyes. I take a step back to realize this doesn't have to be how it's gonna be. 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 So yeah, this next song, excuse me, I wrote during quarantine last year during COVID-19, and I was just looking for a sense of escapism. I felt trapped in my room and in my house, and I just couldn't wait to leave my home again. And then it clicked that that was like a double entendre, and I wrote this song. It's an anthem for all of those struggling with anxiety during COVID-19. This is Home Again because of this. Days grow long, and the nights they roll on, and I'm stuck in this rut. These months of quarantine still feel just like a dream, and I'm waiting to wake up, but I can't shake this feeling. I'm staring at the ceiling, 'cause I'm terrified, terrified. I can't shut my eyes, feeling dead inside, dead inside. Am I justified, justified? Sick of these walls, I'm playing pretend. Will this nightmare ever end? I miss drinking with my friends. Just wanna leave my home again. Well, it's been quite a long year, and the world's still living in fear. But I'm just barely hanging on. You see, time is standing still. They say a few more months till, and I'm hoping that comes true. 'Cause my mind continues reeling, my heart just won't stop beating. I'm so terrified, terrified. I can't shut my eyes. Feel so dead inside, dead inside. Am I justified, justified? Sick shut my eyes. Feeling dead inside, dead inside. Am I justified, justified? Sick of these walls, I'm playing pretend. When will this nightmare ever end? I'm just drinking with my friends. Just wanna leave my home again. So when can I leave my home again? Please make me feel at home again. This last song is probably the most personal song I've ever written in my years as a songwriter. It deals with growing up feeling different, feeling like something wasn't quite right. And took me 6 years to finish this song, but I'm proud to say it's done. I'm so happy for you guys to hear it. This is Spectrum. Like Rain Man, you know I don't got a clue. I'm Peter Pan, got some growing up to do, and I'm trying to outrun all the voices in my head. 2, 3, 4. On the outside, I'm looking in, thinking back to when I was a kid. Life was simpler back then. Let's flash back to 1999, feeling free and so alive. That's where it all began. The time when I just feel like I'm Rain Man. No, I don't gotta be Peter Pan. I got some growing up to do, and I'm trying to outrun all the voices in my head. They said you're different and you never fit in. So I'm just sitting here wondering, will my life ever turn out right? Let's flash forward to 2003, still feeling like there's something wrong with me. Well, I really don't miss those days. When I'm cutting classes, feeling hopeless, feeling tested, I'm so broken. Yeah, my mind is in a haze. At that time, when I still feel like I'm Rain Man, no, I don't gotta be Peter Pan. I got some growing up to do, and I'm trying to run all the voices in my head. They say you're different and you never fit in. I'm just sitting here wondering, will my life never turn out right? Well, it just might. I'll be alright. You might think I'm not all there, and I might get stuck from here to there, but I wouldn't change a thing, yeah. So what I'm Rain Man, and I don't got a clue. Peter Pan, got some growing up to do. Well, I'm trying to run all the voices in my head. They said you're different and you never fit in. I'm just sitting here wondering, like, will my life ever turn out right? I said, will my life ever turn out right? Well, it just might. Yeah, I'll be alright. Yeah, I'm alright. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you, Trevor. Really enjoyed that. So just like with John Howard, we want to ask you, what first sparked your interest in music, and why do you play? guess those two go hand in hand.
I always grew up in a musical family. My mom and dad sang at church. My dad was in a barbershop quartet and played the drums in the youth and the worship band at church, and taught me music at a very young age. I started playing piano when I was 5. My dad taught me drums on the side. It wasn't until I was 17 and in high school, I wrote poetry and music for like various rock bands I was in, but I never like felt the need to accompany my lyrics. And then I had a free elective my senior year of high school, and I figured, why not give guitar class a try? And I haven't put this thing down since.
That's awesome. So that is how you show. So that goes into how you choose your instrument. What does playing mean to you?
I've always said that music equals life. It's a heartbeat. It's a feeling that without music, I don't think I'd be alive. It's the thing that drives me, and it doesn't hurt that I'm good at it. So.
Yeah, I can attest to that. You are great. I loved hearing you play tonight. I'm sure I echo the audience and other library staff members who've gotten to hear you play. Just want to thank you for being here with us tonight. We really enjoyed your.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys giving us a chance, giving us a showcase to say that autistic people are a little more skilled than people might give us credit for. I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here. Just loving the showcase. Our next performer, he actually couldn't be here in person tonight. His name is Matthew Cravener, but he met with library and card staff just last week, and we recorded a performance and a little interview with him as well. Matthew Cravener, just for a little bit of information about him, is a pianist and a film composer. He is mostly self-taught and has several films and other projects he has worked on. If you're interested in hearing more about things he's worked on, because he's done like different TV shows and I think a couple other things that he'll mention in his video, just check out his website. We're going to pop that in the chat now. And my coworker Christine, whenever you're ready, you can share Matthew's video.
My name is Matthew Cravener, and I'm a pianist and a film composer. And I've been playing the piano since I was 4 years old. My parents bought me a toy keyboard when I was really little, about 3 or 4. And I took it home. They took it home with me. And I learned some gospel hymns on it by ear. I kept playing until about the age of 6. And at that age, I was doing live concerts by that time. So I pretty much learned everything by ear. I don't really read music because at the moment I have dyslexia, and I had dyslexia back then too. So it's just an ongoing thing where you read things backwards. And it's just really hard, like, for me to tell the difference between, you know, treble clef and bass clef, what notes that are on those clefs and stuff like that. I get them all mixed up. So yeah, that can be really hard for me. That's what makes it unable to read music. Anyway, so I just do everything by ear. Even when it comes to film music, you know, when I'm doing recordings and whatever, recording my music, I'll do everything by ear. It's not something that reading music is not something I can really do at the moment, but I'm trying to learn it slowly. But it's working. It's working slowly, but it's not gonna, you know, I don't really believe I'm gonna be able to do it, you know, read it like they're words, you know. My ear takes the place. Right now, my ear takes the place of me being able to read music. So that's an interesting thing about me, I think. So I still play piano today. I'm now 26. I have still, you know, played piano quite a bit. More than that, though, I do score films. That's my passion in life. What I really want to do is have assistants and, you know, one day be another, you know, guess Hans Zimmer type of person, John Williams. That's my goal in life. But on the side, I do, like I said, I play piano a lot. My main inspiration, actually I have two main inspirations. One are the five Browns, and the five Browns are five siblings. They're brothers and sisters. I believe there are three brothers and two sisters, and they went to Juilliard together, and they learned quite a few piano pieces at Juilliard. They're Juilliard trained. They're great pianists. They're not just good. They're great. They're my idols. And my second idol is a guy named Long Long, and he's a Chinese pianist, and a lot of people know his name actually. He's probably Franz Liszt, who is the best piano player in the world today. Is equal today. He's pretty good. You should check him out on YouTube whenever you get a chance. He will knock your socks off, and he's very, very fast. So that's probably his main thing. He's real fast, and he's really inspirational. You'll really like him if you look him up. Any piece is good. He'll make any classical piece sound like nothing you've ever heard before. He's really good. But I've been working on some film music projects aside from piano. I've been doing this immersive theater show thing. It's where you stand up. It's a theater play where you stand up and get passed around from story to story to story. There are 3 consecutive stories. It's at a local theater right now in Savannah, Georgia, called the Clyde Venue. We're moving venues, but that's for another day. But it's a play. It focuses on Savannah's dark past, and it's a horrific thing. It's a horror play thing, but you stand up and you're immersed into the stories, and you are basically immersed in horror stories, horrific stories of the past of Savannah's history. And it's really cool. It's really cool. I did the music for that is the reason why I'm talking about it. I did all the music for what was going on in the play and stuff like that. Again, since Savannah, Georgia, there's a link on it in my website, or there will be a link on it in my website. I hope you'll stay tuned for that. We're switching venues, so it will be some time before we get another show, but I'll have to check with JT Timmons, who's the director on that one. Let's see, I've been working on recently, I finished up a film. It's a feature film. It's about an hour and a half, hour and 35 minutes. It's called A Day in the Life. And that is a film, it's a comedy film. It's directed by a guy named, actually directed by 2 people. One of the guys' names is Jake Perthree, and the other guy's name is Michael Pettit. Michael Pettit's the co-director, and Jake Perthree is the director. I worked on it with him. It has a funk score feel. Anyway, that's going to be pretty much on Prime, hopefully pretty soon. Pandemic's slowing stuff down, but it'll be on Prime pretty soon. Let me see. I scored an Amazon Prime series. It's on Prime right now. It's called Deathless, as in no death, Deathless. It's a vampire miniseries. And that, as I said, it's on Prime. It's really good. You should go check it out. It's available on demand. It's really good. It's about vampires. I'm sure you'll like it. It's a 7-part miniseries, so it's like 30 minutes each episode. So I think everybody over to like that. I will be playing today my version. It's an ear-generated version of Rhapsody in Blue, and that's by George Gershwin. A lot of people know that piece. I read that he finished it, the piece. He sat down at his piano, and stakes were high as to the amount of time he had to complete the piece, and he had only like less than 2 weeks to complete it. But he did it, and it first was written for piano. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it was written on the piano, so it's been for piano first. But I use this version. I listened to the Five Browns No Boundaries CD, and that's the first track, Rhapsody in Blue. So this will be my version of the Five Browns Rhapsody in Blue. As I said, where there's one of my idols. So I decided to copy one of their songs by ear. So without much further ado, I'm going to do that right now. And yeah.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed Matthew's performance. I extended my thanks to him when we did the recording, but also just super thanks to him that he was willing to sit down and do the recording for us and just share his music with us. Also want to welcome Allison, who is a representative from the Center of Autism and Related Disabilities, or otherwise known as CARD, who helped us basically put together this program tonight and connect us with the talented musicians that we have performed. So just thank you and welcome, Allison.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So basically, I wanted to give my thanks to everybody who helped make tonight possible. First and foremost to our partners in this. So that's Leon County Public Library. Thank you, Christine and Stephanie, for helping to facilitate all of this tonight and all the arrangements leading up to it. And I know the IT team that's been kind of working behind the scenes to help us pull this off tonight. So thank you all to all of you at the library. And then also thank you to Susan Baldino of Arts4All Florida, who's also been partnering with us. But more than anything, it's the artists tonight. It's our performers. So John Howard, Trevor, and Matthew, hats off to you guys. Bravo on what an amazing performance and concert that we've had this evening. And I think it's so important to have this showcase because kind of like what Trevor said earlier, is that sometimes people just focus on what maybe the challenges might be with somebody who has an autism spectrum disorder, but what we want to do is focus on those abilities and those strengths and those gifts that they also bring to the world. And that's exactly what we did tonight. So thank you all so much.
Yeah, I just truly enjoyed this performances tonight and just getting to work with the musicians. So glad we were able to have this. Do we have from the audience any questions for our performers tonight? Let me see.
Don't do it.
Looks like here's one for the performers. What advice do you have for young musicians who are on the spectrum?
Find a good nature. Teacher.
All I can say is practice, practice, practice. You never get good at a skill unless you put the time in, you take the work. I mean, even if you feel like you suck when you first start, chances are the more you put into it, the better you'll get. That's what I've found, at least.
Yeah, thank you guys. Another question, how do you overcome a resistance to practicing?
Discipline. I would say discipline. You gotta account for yourself. You gotta make sure if you really want it, you gotta find a way to do it. I mean, that's.
I say love to play, love to practice.
Yeah, thank you. Did you find your own teachers or did you have someone to help you find teachers?
John Howard, you want to tell them about your wonderful piano teacher?
Sure. I had my piano teacher named Vicky, and I practiced from her, and I went over to her house and played keyboard at her house. And I did some practicing in my house and her house.
And for me, like I said, I took a class at school, and the teacher was actually the band director. So we had a sub like twice a week on average. And so once they gave me the learning materials, the book that came with the class, I basically took it home and ran with it. And I was working on chords that we hadn't even started in the class. But that's also my headstrong nature as being a musician for as long as I have. So.
Have either of you, these are good questions. Have either of you ever tried a second instrument? I know you kind of mentioned that earlier, Trevor.
Yeah, I play guitar, ukulele, piano, drums, and I dabble on the bass. I'm not great at it, but I can get by, and I beatbox. I can beatbox pretty well, so that's pretty cool.
Well, we should have you beatbox tonight. We're gonna have to bring you back. How about you, John Howard? Have you played any other instruments?
I play guitar, harmonica, piano, and piano keyboard.
Well, we're gonna have you guys back. We're missing out on all these instruments. We could have been here. Oh, someone says, can you give us a sample of your beatboxing?
Yeah, sure. You start with the, that's the kick drum. That's the snare drum.
Cool.
It sounds better on a microphone, like actually amplified, but.
Do you guys ever get together and jam?
What was the question? Do we ever get together and jam?
Yeah.
No, but we should.
Actually, they have all performed together in some other FSU card performance showcases.
Yeah, we've all known each other for like 5 or 6 years now, between talent showcases, and we've all worked with Larry Mitchell, Grammy winner, great guy. We actually had Matthew and I were starting talks of doing a recording in his studio. We were gonna get a bunch of us together and collaborate on a recording, and then COVID hit right after we worked with Larry last year. So we haven't been able to make that work, but hopefully it's still on the table. So.
Hope so. And well, we definitely want to have another showcase like this too with the library. So you guys will hopefully see everybody together again. Do we have any other questions? These are all great questions. Okay, well, just want to thank everyone for coming, especially our performers. Loved getting to hear your performances and just your answer to our questions and your feedback about your music. It was just great all around. Also, thank you to CARD and Arts4All Florida and Susan for partnering with us through our celebration of autism and neurodiversity. We actually, if you want to see Allison again, she'll be doing a program with us next week. Resources for caregivers of those who are on the spectrum. I believe that is next Friday at 6:30 p.m. for those who are interested in that. But it's also, check the library's Facebook or calendar page. It'll be
on Thursday at 6:30.
Thursday at 6:30. I knew Christine would pop in and have that info. But also for those in attendance, if you wouldn't mind, when you close out, please fill out our survey. We have just a couple of questions on there, and it's helpful for us to get feedback for kind of what you guys want to see for programming like this, more programming like this, any other topics you want us to cover. It's just great for our statistics and helpful to us so we can have even more celebrations and showcases like this. So we just want to thank everyone for coming out, and everyone have a great rest of your Friday night. And we hope to work together again soon with Trevor and John Howard and Matthew.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.